You know, before we begin, I'd like to say something. It really kind of saddens me that this series isn't as popular as some other series. I mean, it's such a phenomenal series. Great art, great animation, great story, great mythology references. It has a lot of things to be a very good anime series. It just surprises me that this series isn't that popular. It really surprises me. I mean, don't get me wrong, I know there's different tastes out there, different opinions, that's a thing, I understand that. I understand if people wouldn't like this series. It really upsets me that this is still a hidden gem. Even after the phenomenal Season 1 series, it's still a hidden gem in Season 2. And it's such a great anime. And it just saddens me that all the people that are working on this series, they're probably not getting acknowledged or praised as they should, because the entire group, the entirety of the Studio Mappa, that is working on Shingeki no Bahamut, Virgin Soul, needs praise. And it just saddens me that this series really isn't that popular at all. Because every week when I see it, when, you know, I put up a video and all that, or I see people, you know, talking about it, when I actually talk about the series, I don't see a lot of people talking about it. I'm like, damn, it's sad, because it's such a good series. Just, nobody really knows about it or wants to even watch it. So, anyway, so that being said, if you hear anything in the background, obviously, I've been saying it, you know, fan, you know, not turning it off, too fucking hot. I don't feel like, you know, sweating my ass off. I don't think you guys want to see me doing... You know, like that. Just, you know, breathing heavy and having sweat pour down my face. So, with that being said, let us begin. So, this newest episode of Shingeki no Bahamut, it definitely had a few emotional moments. For one, I love the mother and son meeting. That was something I've been looking forward to seeing, and finally seeing that happen. Like, Muguro finally getting to be with his mother, or L in this case. It made me have a smile. I'm like, that's very sweet. Good for you, Muguro, for finally having your mother near you, and you being able to be reunited with her after all this time, after all the hell you've been through, having to have your wings cut off, your throat, like, stamped where you couldn't speak, to, you know, having, you know, your hair changed and covered in blood. I mean, there's just been so many things that Muguro has had to go through that a normal child, even an angel, shouldn't have to go through. And so seeing this boy finally getting to reunite with his mother once again, that put a smile on my face. That really made me happy. Just that reunion just made me just feel good inside. So, yeah, Muguro, I'm glad. I'm glad that finally that little plot point was finally handled, with the mother and son finally meeting. And I thought that was going to be dragged out for a while, because that usually could happen, like, be dragged out till around, like, episode 18 or 20. But that was not the case. So, just good job for Studio Mappa for not making us wait multiple episodes just to see this happen, because they could have spent the entire episode building up for the reunion, but then not really had it. They could have had it to where Muguro saw his mother in the doorway, and then that could have been the end of the episode. Usually that's what a lot of series like to do, but like I said, that did not happen. So I'm very pleased with this episode in terms of pacing, with how it handled some of the characters, and also just a lot of the moments that felt really good in this episode. Now, besides, you know, the mother and son moment, seeing Nina meet with Bacchus again, that shit had me dying. I love Bacchus. I love his character. I love playing him in Smite. And just seeing this man, when he was being asked to watch over Muguro, and you have it to where, like, okay, we'll give you some wine. And he's like, yeah, I'll do it. I'm like, oh my god. Like, yeah, of course, the god of wine would want wine. He'll do anything for wine. Like, the man gets wine, and he wants to watch over Muguro. But then when that's done, when Nina finally comes in, he's like, Nina! And he starts running over to her, trying to, you know, hug her and all that. She just completely ignores his ass and goes over to Muguro. I was laughing. Like, I straight up was just laughing so hard when I saw that, and it was just a great scene. Because poor Bacchus, this man, you clearly can see that he cares about Nina, he cares about the others, but he doesn't get that respect he deserves. I'm just like, oh man, poor man. But dude, I love Bacchus. That scene definitely made me laugh. So besides all that, let's talk about a new character that was introduced. Well, we don't really know the character's name or anything, but there was a new character introduced. An angel with glasses. Very, very, very cute in Moe, I have to say. That's a very cute character. I really hope this character isn't just there to be there, because if you remember a couple episodes back when Azazel was initiating his raid against the capital, this demon girl, this demon waifu, she got killed. She just smashed like it was nothing. You remember what happened to her. I think I'm probably bringing back a strong case of PTSD right now, but so I really hope the glasses girl isn't just there to be there, because it's already happened to a couple of characters. They were there to make us attached to them, and they just dropped dead, and I'm like, fuck, like, that's messed up. So I hope that does not happen to this Glasses Angel. I'd like to know her name. I would like to get to have her characterization, and she's just not there to be there. I hope she's just not here for this episode just to get written out of the series, like she just doesn't pop up again. Because if you didn't know, at the end of the episode, there was an illustration. There was an illustration for the character, so obviously she might be important. I hope she is, but she might be important because of the illustration of this episode, so who knows? Who knows? Maybe she'll pop up, she'll be very important. Anyways, though, let's talk about a couple of plot points with this episode. So, Gabriel, oh my god, like, she needs to be taken down a few pegs. Like, she's straight up an asshole. Like, she's a fucking asshole. Like, that's what I want to say right now. Gabriel, what she's doing, okay? She's using the mother and son to get what she wants. She's using that entire relationship just to get what she wants. And when she's smirking, smiling, wanting, the, humanity to follow them and all that and worship them, I'm like, you're just so full of fucking shit. Like, seriously, this is why you've been failing so much. And so that, she as a character, she is I don't like her. I don't like her at all. I can't wait to see her finally lose and just removed from power because of how she's been acting. But then, also another plot point we also have Lucifer in this episode. Like, oh my god. So, finally, Lucifer is back in the series. I mean, we haven't seen him since season 1, and it was very briefly we saw Lucifer as well. He was a really cool character. I loved his design. I loved his voice actor, and I always wanted more from him. And we saw him in the opening song, the new opening song last week. It seems like, Shingeki no Bahamut Virgin Soul, Studio Map is finally ready to bring this character into the story. Lucifer, is actually just sitting back chilling. Like, this man's sitting in his throne. He's chilling. He's, like, reading a fucking book. He's like, you know what? Let's not do anything. We don't have the power right now. We don't have the power to, attack the gods or humanity and win. So let's just sit back. Let's just chillax. Let them kill each other, wait till shit goes sour, and then we go in and we wreck house. So, Lucifer's playing the long game right now. Like, this man's playing that long game. He's trying to turtle up until he finally gets what he wants at the end. So, this man, he's playing the long game. I like that about his character, and I'm just glad he was in this episode once again, just to show that he has been planning, and he's just been waiting patiently to do what he wants to do. He's not someone that wants to actively go in and go crazy. He's just waiting his time out before he can do and accomplish things with 100% certainty. So anyways, we also get an update status on Azazel and what's going on with him. Azazel, he is now a prisoner. He's locked up, and even though he's locked up and he's a prisoner, you'd think the man would probably want to die because he lost his chance of what he wanted to do, but the man's still fighting for his survival. You could see that in this episode. He even kills one of his own to survive, and it goes against what he's been trying to do since the start of Season 2. He's been trying to save, his fellow demons from slavery, but now he is a slave, and now he is fighting his own fellow demons for his own self. So it's like he's being selfish, which I don't blame him, because everybody wants to survive and not die, but now the man's faced a very difficult course. He's like, what do I do now? Like, why am I trying so hard to live when I shouldn't? I mean, I was trying to save people. Now I'm taking their lives. I'm killing my own brethren's lives. So, I'm very curious to see where his character is going to go. And I can't wait for the reunion of El and Azazel in the future, because it's going to happen eventually. I'm kind of curious how that's going to be done. I mean, Muguro as a character is very interesting, too, or El, because he's half, human, half angel, and then he was raised by a demon. So that's something very unique and different that not a lot of characters can say that's happened to them. So El definitely has a different perspective from the normal standards of like a demon, a human, or an angel. He has kind of seen all sides in a way. So kind of curious to see how that relationship is going to turn out. And it seems like El will definitely be someone that could build the bridge for all of the species to coexist. So let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I love you all so much. You have a wonderful day or night wherever you live. Please be safe. Chibi out.